Christmas Eve. Get these over here going. Merry Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas Eve to YouTube and to Facebook. I'm gonna prep up some meat. But you give me that container out that crock pot because I'm just gonna put it as I go. So I'm gonna start off, honey, with my meatballs, my ground beef. And then thank you.
Yep.
That's good. And then I'm going to then from there I'm gonna go to the next thing. And the next thing, hey y'all, I know y'all it's been busy. I know y'all have been busy in them streets. These almost Christmas streets. I don't know area. Christmas cheer. Honey, y'all got y'all reindeer food out?
Reindeer food?
Y'all getting ready? Y'all done bake y'all cookies?
Reindeer food?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the reindeer food?
I think that, no, you didn't make none bring that home from school?
No, they never do that.
They don't never give y'all, yeah, you did used to bring reindeer food.
Not no more.
Not no more? So I just used a pack of beef lips and onion soup, and I'm gonna put some Dale on here. You gonna tell them Merry Christmas, Ava?
Merry Christmas.
And we're gonna add some everything green. Merry Christmas, y'all. Honey, joy to the world. Joy to the world. The Lord has come. Every day He coming. But yesterday I had the opportunity to spend time. This is everything green, my seasoning. Sorry about that. Everything green. Alright, we're gonna make some meatballs. Alright, you can make your meatballs however you want to, depending on how much. If you want your meatballs to just taste like ground beef, then do not add an egg and do not add flour, okay? But if you want your meatballs to have a texture cut to it, you're going to add at least one egg and a little flour. It's going to operate as a binder so the meatballs don't fall apart. That's pretty much it. So I need to get an egg and I need to get a little, my private helper, one egg and just a little tiny scoop of flour.
I help.
Ava, give me one egg.
What is the one egg?
Over there. Kind of treat it a little bit like a meatloaf. Hey, everybody! Linda Finks, I see you. I can't read YouTube. It's so far. It's just a little scoop, and put it back because I don't want to.
You talking about this phone?
Put the Cool Whip back in. I'm talking. That's YouTube, and that's Facebook. Just a tiny little. Just yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, get that.
Mm-hmm. It's not very much. So we're just gonna bust this egg.
Go get the cinnamon or you?
We're gonna shake us a little, just a little, and that's it. Okay? And then I'm gonna put me on some gloves tonight. Baby, give me a pair of gloves. And we're gonna work it in real good, and then we're going to scoop them and make us about. I was in the store.
These ones?
Yeah, give me one more. I was in the store, and meatballs are just so expensive, honey. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. I don't need you to mess up my food. We're going to make cookies. We're going to make cookies together, okay? Not right now, though. You're messing up. They won't be no good for your cookies. Just chill with me. Hey, Merry Christmas. Thank y'all all. I'm still trying to bounce back and get into my zone. I still don't. This stuff 3 weeks, Cheers, Bridget Stevens. She is, make sure y'all sprinkle me, YouTube. Make sure you sprinkle me, Facebook. So we had a funeral yesterday in our family, and I got to see a lot of people I ain't seen in a long time. And it's so sad when we have to meet, but it was a beautiful homegoing. I must say, my cousin put her husband away. I was double kin. I was kin to her grandfather, and my grandfather and her grandmama were brothers and sisters. And her husband, my grandmama and his grandmama were sisters. So I was kin on both sides. And his wife and child put him to rest beautifully. Everything was tasteful, nice. And my cousin, which is her brother, he preached it, and it was nice. It really was nice. So I got this. You're not gonna put too much, because these are gonna be smothered. All right, I'm making these because my mother-in-law made these for my husband. My husband's birthday is the day after Christmas. Don't worry, it's gonna be a national holiday, honey. We're gonna be wishing Eddie all he been through, and as good as he treat me. Oh, we're gonna be wishing him. Y'all always be blessing other people. I don't care. Save your $5, your $3. You can say what you want to, but my baby be taking care of this girl over him, and he deserves it. He won't let me do nothing for him. He won't let me take him out of town. He won't let me do nothing. And sometimes when you know you can do everything for yourself, he just don't want to be a recipient. So I got to go to Belts, and I didn't want nothing for Christmas, and he just wanted that perfume that I bought him. So, I hate that. Y'all remember how it was when you was dating and your man give you something and you give your man something and you couldn't wait to open it together. Come on, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all knew what was going to happen Christmas night. Honey, you knew. I knew too. You did it and I did it too. And so I just take mine. Sometimes I make them big and sometimes I make them small. It just depends on the size of the scoop. Now that's this size. Okay? Now if I want to make them real big, I take this and I'll scoop it. Pull it over to the side. And I just take it and I'll roll me a big one. Or just add a little bit more to your scooper. Just depends on how big you want them. Because right now, if you go buy meatballs, they so expensive. Meatballs are so expensive. So that's my meatball. You can make your own meatballs. Those Italian meatballs are so small now. Honey, they too small. And I'm putting them in my crock pot as I go. All right? Let me get my scooper out. Scoop me up a few of them. All right. So I make my own, and this is easy. We decided that we didn't want no heavy food. We just didn't want it. We didn't want chicken and dressing, and in the middle of the week we didn't. I'll probably say that for New Year's. We just didn't want it, and so I'm not cooking it. I don't know what's y'all menu looking like. And you know what else I miss? I miss Christmas caroling. At our old church, a group of us would go Christmas carol. But after the pandemic, we don't go Christmas carol no more. I miss a lot of stuff. And I miss my family. And pray for my cousin. Because she was with him. They were married 33 years, but they dated 10 years. So she was with him for 43 years. So her life changed. Her life changed. And everybody would be waking up, and y'all, he basically just got out the car to pump gas. And he died. She said he got out the car and said, "Oh, it feel good. That breeze feel good out here." And she said, "Yeah, it sure does." And she said when he got out the car to go around to the gas pump, he died. So he said, "Ow." And she said when she went around there, he was His eyes was already fixed. He was already gone. She said they couldn't resuscitate him or nothing. So that's a hard pill, you know. But I went yesterday, and I was on the live with y'all a little bit before I got there. But you know, that's something else to lose someone during these holidays and having a home funeral. And he was the type of person, he always wanted to get the family together and stay together. So yeah, we had a beautiful home going yesterday. Unfortunately, everybody together. I didn't stay around to hug a bunch of people. I left out just before the pastor finished because y'all, I've been sick for 3 weeks, and I was just scared being around that many people. I was gonna be sick again, and I was like, Lord, I don't want, to keep telling people, don't come up on me. I just got over sickness, so I was so sick. And again, you can make as many meatballs as you want to make, as big, depending on how big. This was a family pack. So I went on and left, so I didn't have to go through that, telling people not to hug on me. Because that's what people want to do. They love to hug. I do too. But my cousin had told me she went on a cruise and she came back and she had COVID and she still wasn't feeling her best. And I thought, oh no, I said, no, I ain't gonna be able to be around you. So basically, my husband, I do a combination of things. His favorite cake is a vanilla cake with chocolate icing. So I hope in the morning I can get up and work up all my little stuff. But his birthday is the 26th. And so I'm going to show you how big the potatoes are that we're using. Make sure y'all sprinkle me. Hey, Merry Christmas, YouTube. And Merry Christmas, Facebook. And I'm doing steak, baked potatoes, broccoli and cheese, green beans. I'm doing cheese bread. And we're having green beans, broccoli and cheese bread, steak, and meatballs. We're not doing that because some people got to go to work the very next day. So we ain't doing that heavy stuff. So next we're going to get ready to prep our, we'll get ready to prep our steaks. All right. And so we got us a whole pot of meatballs. And they good sized meatballs at that. Okay. We'll get this out the way. All right. And we're going to switch our gloves out. And we're going to put this, I'll put just a little beef broth. It's empty. That'll be ready to wash. And we got our meatballs. And I made them big. I could have made them small. I don't know. I got about 30 meatballs in here. 30 meatballs. Remember, I'm not cooking for a heap of people because we're going to celebrate our big Christmas with my mama on her birthday because mama don't want to be sick. So I won't see my siblings. All right. So this is ready to go in the crock pot. I'm going to put a little beef broth and I'm going to let them slow cook. Now let's do our steaks. Y'all, I just be going back down memory lane. I was thinking about a few things that happened in my life during Christmas and how Christmas was. I was thinking about my first Christmas with my husband. Um, how we spent it, how we had to split with our families. But we went to both sides of the family because it was just as important for him to see his people as it was for me to see my people. Okay? Let me move this. I move this over here. I'm gonna try to stay still. So we got a T-bone, just one, Eddie's, and the rest of them are ribeyes. And I tell you why. And I just got steak blood everywhere, but we'll get it. We're gonna get it really, really, really cleaned up in just a minute. But it's because Kelby and Son love fat, and you're gonna get great fat and marbleization from a ribeye than you will a porterhouse or a T-bone. They don't have as much fat inside it, marbleization. So due to that, I buy, and I'm gonna lift them up for y'all so you can see. Merry Christmas, cousin Jaylyn. I told today, Jaylyn. I called him after the funeral and I said, Pokehead, you done finally got saved. He was laughing. I said, my cousin saved for real now. He preached that thing. He did. He preached so good. And we all have nicknames, so his name really ain't Pokey. But when I be telling y'all a story about people that's got crazy names, and I miss those days. I think about my mother-in-law, and when me and Eddie was dating when we were young, we were doing like the young kids now. All we know is that we were going to come eat. But they would be in that kitchen all day long, slaving, cooking, wrapping gifts. And we're going to do the same thing. And the love that we had, I'm going to show you how big and thick these steaks are. These are my ribeyes, and it's got that good fat in there. I've got 2, 4, 6 ribeyes and one T-bone. Now the T-bone, I couldn't get a porterhouse; they were already sold. And I'm not a procrastinator, and typically I have my stuff. So what I'm gonna do is marinate these overnight, and so that they will be ready. Um, I have to ask Eddie if he's gonna put them and smoke them on the grill. See what I'm saying? I always cook extra. I don't never know if one of my brothers show up. I never know if I gotta feed somebody. So many things have been happening in my family. My cousin, her pipe busted, so I had to get with her to get the insurance company to get her a place to stay, her and her son. Because I used to do insurance, so I could tell you this much: if you don't force them, they'll try to do the bare minimum for you. But I was like, oh no. I told them who I was. I told them how much business I send to this company. And I told them, let me tell you something. I know your manager, your district manager. I know your headquarters man. I said, I've been with this company for 30 years. And I said, well, what we not going to do is play dumb. And I said, now, she has a choice to where she stay. You're not supposed to just offer her a hotel. I said, you're supposed to offer her boarding, somewhere to lay her head. Where she chooses to lay her head, that's on her. Now, the reason why y'all hadn't seen me using a bunch of salt, especially on those, because Dale has salt in it. These Lipton onion pack mix got salt in it, so I'm not going to go crazy. Now, I'll add a little salt to this because it's steak and it's going to be a little more, barren of the salt. But if I'm using this, I'm not going to use a lot of heap of salt, okay? And I'm marinating this, all right? So it's always somebody worse off than you, and God has blessed them too. So, with that being said, we got something to be thankful for if you're at home. Last year, I was in an Airbnb. And y'all better pay attention to y'all pipes at your house. The water pressure. The water pressure can be off. You can have too much pressure in your lines. All right? You can have too much pressure in your lines. And that can mess you up. So we're going to get this nice and coated and real good where If they want to eat it with, that's up to them. If they want to eat this with A1 or steak sauce. But the flavor is going to be all the way around on it. I'm going to flip them, and we're going to work on the inside and the outside. You know, we're going to work on the around it and everything. We're going to treat it like prime rib. I used to work for an insurance company in claims, so I know how it goes. I remember I used to write Jose Williams insurance. He was in Georgia Pool because he had a lot of DUIs, and the Georgia Pool is where you are hard to. A lot of people don't want to insure you because your driving record, but in the state of Georgia, you cannot denounce nobody. Everybody is entitled for insurance. Now, you might pay a higher premium, but you are entitled for insurance. All right. And let me tell you something else. What do the lonely do at Christmas? Keep being lonely all year long. Can somebody tell me if I can get down one moment? If y'all would just let me do my little inspirational one moment before you jump off. Because I want you to hear me and hear me loud and clear. I look at things like this. If you've been wanting something all year long, and I don't want nobody to get in trouble financially trying to buy me a gift when I ain't had it all year long. How long, Tracy? All year long. All year long. If I ain't had it all year long, if you and I ain't talked on the phone, all year long, if you ain't paid me a visit or called me, all year long, I am not going to be paying for Christmas. Now, I understand children are different. They with you. But friends and loved ones, all year long, I ain't seen you, heard hi. How do you need something to drink? You need a ride to the store? I'm going that way. You don't have to call Lyft. And if your kids, the older ones that ain't appreciative of nothing that you give them, if they ain't happy and they ain't had it all year long, baby, you just ain't going to have it. You just not going to have it. Because one thing I'm not going to do, I'm not going to get depressed. I'm not going to stress. Now, I might cry over the people that are not here because I miss my loved ones. But if you think for one moment that Walmart is going to care if you spend your whole entire bonus check, knowing the new year coming, they got to go back to school, knowing you got to have gas, you got to go right back to work, it felt good. Stevie Wonder told us that. He said, you grow up and learn that kind of thing ain't right, but while you was doing it, it fell out of sight. Now, before you jump and say, you can't tell me what to buy your family, baby, buy your family whatever you want to. But just don't call my number asking me, can I let you borrow something to cover your ignorance? It's one day, and it ain't their birthday. And that's one thing I must say about us Christians. Boy, we'll tell people they going to hell. We'll tell people they can't have this and they can't have that. You tell a Christian they can't have a Christmas tree. You tell a Christian, I'm finna show y'all this, that they can't go out here and get caught up in the paganism of this. Boy, they'll have a hissy fit on you. Boy, they'll show up on you and they'll show out and they'll tell you, why can't we? Because it's pagan. Because when the church started mixing with the Catholic Church, when the Christians start mixing with the Catholic Church, that's when you begin to see all these things. When you got children all year long, your grandmama sit over there at that house and you know where she live. And you can't stop by to see Granny all year. But now all of a sudden, you want Granny to buy you what your mom and daddy can't buy you. I think you're using your mama. And mamas, I think you let your grandkids use their grandparents. Because I feel like love covers a multitude of faults. And it don't start on Christmas Eve, Christmas, or nothing. It's all the time. If you see, and I got a strong head. I get a spirit that you want to be left alone. I leave you alone. You won't hear from me. I don't care who you are. I don't care where your place is. You don't want to be bothered with me. If you don't love me, then don't talk to me. But if you think I'm going to chase you, cater to you, run you down, call you, ask you what's going on, why I ain't heard from you, this, that, and the third, I don't have it in me. The way my mama raised me, it ain't in me. See you. And whatever going on in your life. Whoever want to quit watching me, I'm not going to hunt you down. I'm not sending you no email. And I'm not telling you, oh, I miss you. I'm sorry. Because let me tell you something. I got so emotional yesterday. Because it's so sad. Like I just seen my cousin, Dewana Alexander. I know that girl loved me. And I love her. But we don't do nothing together. My BFF Lottie. I know Lottie loved me. And I love her. And we don't do nothing together. But if something happens, you better believe they're going to come to that funeral. And that's the new family reunion. The new family reunion is the funeral. When you run across them, like with me and Dewana, I call her D. When we bump into each other, we talk like we've been talking on the phone every day. We catch up just like that. Period. Don't stress yourself out. Some of these grown kids don't even know how to give us. They still want gifts from their mamas and daddies. When we grew up, it was 2 sets of kids. And my mom and daddy told us in a heartbeat, it's time for y'all to move over. The babies got to get theirs. The next set of children has got to get it. You weren't finna sit around there and get in the way. If it was 4 or 5 years difference between you and that child, you better move out the way. They got to buy for the second set of kids. When you stop believing in Santa Claus, your gifts stop. They shift. Now, don't get me wrong. Buy anybody you want to. But I refuse to pay for Christmas all year. I'm not going to breathe on no credit card and pay for no Christmas all year. I'm not. And one thing I can tell you, mine, she get whatever I give her. She gets what I give her. She receives a gift. And I hate when people are so unappreciative and they open your gift and tell you, I got a sister like that. She'll tell you, I don't like this. It's a gift. If you don't like it, then don't use it. It's a gift. Let me put these onions and bell peppers, the frozen ones. Hold on one second. It's a gift. You don't like it, then you just don't like it. Oh, well, keep moving. I ain't gonna sit around here. I got bills to pay. Taxes is due on the land and on my property. I can't. I cannot be your replacement because you ain't got no man this year. I can't. And if you know what you like, and you're going to be so unappreciative, then you buy what you like for yourself, and I buy what I like for myself. And the thing about it ain't even really about the gifts. I'd rather not exchange gifts. I'd rather just spend quality time. See, one thing me and my brothers and sisters, we used to do, we used to all go to the movies. I'm finna lay all this seasoning over these, it's gonna be, I'm gonna take these onions and I'm gonna lay them all over this meat. And it's got bell peppers in it. And you can get it, it's called seasoned blend. And you don't have to cut. And they fresh, you can smell, it's in the freezer department, but they still be fresh and everything. And I take my steaks all the time. Even if you dump these off, but if you leave them in the refrigerator covered up overnight, it's going to give that steak that amazing, and they're chopped real fine. So I coat my steaks before I wrap them up. I coat them. Okay? That's what I do. If you want to dust them off in the morning because don't nobody like onions and bell pepper, you can. But overnight, all this goodness is going to soak into that meat. and it's going to give it an amazing flavor to go along with your seasonings. All right? And you can get it in the freezer department. And they're going to cook and marinate. They're going to cook down so soft and easy. Especially if I just take these and put these in the oven and let them bake. Now, you can sear your steak. If you got to have your, but let me tell you something. If you cook a steak right, whether you sear it or not, if you marinate it the right way, you're going to have flavor. I watch a lot of people on here, and I think they do extra steps and stuff. I think they just do it. I really do. I think they do it for views, because all that ain't necessary. It's a steak. I don't know what else to tell you. You're going to get it raw, rare, well, medium well, or well done. That's all I can tell you. And if somebody tell you that they don't want theirs done all the way, they want it medium well, you take it out when it's still looking a little pink. All right, and but not too pink. If they want it well, then you just gonna have a little blood in there. Okay, and a lot of restaurants now, they just really don't want to serve you rare, nothing. You know, they don't want you to get rare meat because they're protecting us. You know, because it's a lot of stuff that's in the blood of an animal. You think about it, it's in the blood. It's in the blood. Medium well is fine because it still have cooked a lot of the blood out of it. All right? But when you think about it, if you leave blood and it sit up and you leave your meat out and that blood draining in it, it's going to stink. And when you cook a steak in the oven, that steak in the oven going to be so tender, you won't have to pick up no knife. You won't even have to pick it up. You'll be like, I love the way you... Y'all know I can do that dance. I like that TikTok. But, so, we're going to wrap these up. We're going to get that one going. And we're going to prep. Yes, medium well is fine. I'm just telling you, a lot of restaurants, not you eat your steak and cook it the way you want to, but a lot of them just simply don't want to serve you a rare steak. Some of them will refuse to. Stay off of TikTok. Well, you know I be on TikTok now. I don't even be on him, but to do my live. Hold on, y'all. Let me wrap this up and let me put this in the container thing. And wash my hand. Tomorrow, I'm going to show you the potatoes. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. I'm going to show you the potatoes. How big they are. And I'm going to clean my spot up. I can't see far away. I'm sorry. I got this shirt off of Amazon like 2 years ago on Amazon. I don't know the name of the store. I can't tell you which store I got it from. Let me set this oven for... Ava's so excited, so I think she went to sleep. But I'm going to set the oven to do us some cookies. And I'm going to put this in the refrigerator, not the freezer. All right? We're going to put this in the refrigerator, tighten it up real good and tight, let it marinate. What I'm cooking tomorrow won't take long, so I don't have to be in the kitchen all day. I'm so glad that everybody don't want no heavy food who I'm cooking for, because that way I can enjoy my Christmas and still heal my joints, because my insurance is playing games with me and I'm still being denied access to what I need. So what I'm going to do is call them, because I just got a letter and they told me they would, that due to me seeing pain management, they did not want to pay for me to get that stimulator put in my bag. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and get me some shots because I haven't had a shot at anything since the reunion in May, right before the reunion. Hold on 1 second, y'all. So I can't keep playing around. It's starting to hurt real bad. But do not put yourself in no. I'm telling y'all, I remember the Christmas that I had my back surgery that October and I couldn't walk. I remember that Christmas. And guess what? Everybody understood. They understood I couldn't go to the store. They understood I was injured. People understand. Nobody has called and asked you. These steaks can be cooked on. If I cook them in the oven, just 350. I don't cook my meat fast like that. Especially like now, if he's gonna put it on the grill, I skeet it up with water, steam it, and finish it the rest of the way in the oven. It won't take long. I just don't like tough steaks or a tough cut of meat. I don't like to buy my meat from Walmart. If you do, there's nothing wrong with it. But people understood. They were like, well, you know, Tracy just had back surgery. And so I feel like if anybody wants something, give me a call and ask me what your finances looking like. Do y'all want to do gift exchange? We need everybody to buy 2 gifts. When you got 9 siblings and umpteen nieces and nephews and great greats, if we put that effort into us getting together, because if something happened to any of them, I'll be walking in like I did yesterday and crying. We have got to get ourselves together. Listen, I told y'all. I kept telling y'all when it was going to be the coldest winter ever. And I told y'all for the first 2 years, improvement is going to happen. I don't care what nobody say. Trump is going to get in here and improve some stuff for the first 2 years. But after the first 2 years, we're going to catch it. We're going to catch it real bad. If you're going to buy a house, get ready to buy next year. There's so many ways you can purchase a house. You can get a private lender if your credit score is not high enough. Call the company that's going to work with you. I would recommend, if you want a private lender, get the finance company, a good one that's going to finance you, that can call an attorney that has some rich friends. It's going to take some people that's going to use their own money. Your interest rate is going to be a point higher than market. You got 2 years to clear your credit so your credit score can go up. All right? That's what your contract will indicate and say. You don't have to worry. You don't have to jump in there come January, because you got to wait for the price of houses to drop. You got to wait for those people with buyer's remorse, because we're going to have a lot of foreclosures. Yeah. And then on top of that, just again, we're going to go through that again. What about NACA? NACA is just a finance company that's pretty much works with low scores, okay? But I said get an attorney. NACA is not an attorney, it's a financing. All right, so get with you a good attorney that has people that's connected. My cousin and her boyfriend broke up, but they had bought a house. And you can, well, I mean, I'm not going to talk about NACA because everybody, I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about, because I don't want to confuse nobody. I've explained what NACA does. NACA is nothing wrong with it. You got USDA too. But everybody don't live in the rural areas, okay? So we got tons of programs. You can look up so many programs, but you still need a private lender. And a private lender will work with you to get you where you need to be, because that loan officer you working with, he gonna work to get your score up if you do what they tell you to do. All right? So if you see something you want and everything, and you with the right attorney that knows good lenders, that's what I did. I went to one of my attorneys that I give business to. I said, I need to talk to you for a moment. Hold on, let me put this steak in there. I said, I need to talk to you. I said, my cousin is a single mama, and he want to sell it under her. She want to buy it. And I negotiated the contract with him. And I said, this is what we can pay. This is what it's worth. And I can only talk about one thing at a time. So if you see me talking about this, I can't skip. It don't help me help somebody. And because you talking about double wides now, I can't tell you. Everybody don't allow double wides. My county don't allow double wides no more. All right. And when we did have them, you had to be on 2 to 5 acres of land. I don't know. I don't know if they will let you put it in because I don't live where you live. So that is where you got to get your information. You got to do your own research. You understand what I'm saying? Because I can't tell you. I do not know all the 50 states. They govern their own states. They got their own governors. Each city got their own mayor. I can't tell you. But see, it throws me off. I know, Gene, I didn't bring them in here. Gene P. Cunliffe Sanders, can you please tell me what I was saying? I don't forgot. I'm sorry, y'all. I forgot. Just like that. It's not that the private lender makes it more personal. They meet you where you are. Nobody has to know who or what the private lender. Thank you. Thank you, Trees. Thank you, Bridget. It's just a simple fact. Sometimes you got to have favor. Because she was off. And it was going to take her about a year to get her score from 5 something to where she needed to be. And so we worked on it, right? We did everything we needed to do. We worked on it. Get him, Deacon Calvin, because I can't see him. You know, I got that thing on where I can't see no negative, not no big negatives or things. Get him. And plus I don't have my glasses. I can't see it. You have so many ways to get a home. Don't get discouraged because the bank turned you down. Some people mention NACA. NACA works with lower credit scores. Sometimes you got to get a private lender because it's something you want. And if you got favor, I had favor with that attorney. And 2 years later, we refinanced. The private lender went away. And the company that she was working with, SWBC Mortgage, one of the best ones, Shane Sr., he closed that transaction and gave him his money. We gave his money when we did it with the private lender. You treat it just like any other. Your niece contract. What about my niece contract? I wrote it. I wrote a contract. And we knew how much she was going to get out of it. Because she's got a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, split level. And the bottom is a big room. Like you can do a theater room. And then she's got another little room, which could be a bedroom. And she's got a bathroom. So it's actually a 3-bedroom, 3 bath. And the reason why we don't call the bonus rooms that is because if they don't have closets or windows, we just call it a bonus room and not a bedroom. But you can use it however you want to. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. But do not get yourself messed up. Do not worry about what you can and cannot give nobody. Sit down and ask yourself a question. Lord Jesus, I struggled all year long. I don't want to go and borrow money against my money I'm going to get in the beginning of the year. Let me tell you, it's the end of the year. Tracy got to pay taxes on everything. I ain't got nothing financed. I don't owe on my home, my land. I got to go step up in there and pay my taxes. I just paid car insurance, $1,400 on car insurance. So when I look, if I buy you a gift, and if I buy your gift and I shop off season, so if you gonna want to say, did you spend $50? You don't need to exchange. And if you know you're working toward getting a house next year, use wisdom. And let me tell you something else. I would recommend all y'all think about not selling grandmama's land, grandmama's house. Do not worry. A house is not like a car. Just because it's 40 years old or 30 years old, baby, remodel that house. It's probably got better bones and better material than what they're building it right now. Remodel your home. Keep that land. Keep that house in the family. Think of how hard somebody worked to leave you something. Because I'm telling you something right now, they offer you $100,000. That ain't no money. Baby, you bust 120, you already on your way. It does not take much. It does not take much. It take much to spend 100,000, 200,000. It don't take that much. Ask me how I know, and I tell you so. Because I remodeled my kitchen. Yes, I did. A kitchen ain't cheap, and neither are bathrooms. So you better not, it's not for the weak. Ask me how I know. And I tell you so. Because I paid cash in my pocket. And if I had to do it again, I would. As a matter of fact, right away, like today. Not only will I get my money back, but it looks so good. You can't beat my cooking. Ah, put your money where your value is, and you'll see it 3 more times if you put it in the right place. So you have to use wisdom. Be ready to move. Start doing your research. Start asking questions. Ask the person that's working with you on repaying your credit to do they have any private lenders? Do anybody have anyone that is willing to finance you privately, and that you should have your credit score up within 2 years? If you know you ain't gonna do it in 2 years, then ask them, will they finance it up to 5 years? Don't come walking and say, see, that's what happened to a lot of people that did lease with the option to buy. You knew you weren't gonna have that option for long, and they kept all your down payment money, and they put you out. They could evict you because a breach of contract. That's right. Janet Smith says she upgraded 1 room at a time. I'm telling y'all right now, the day and age, if you don't have no wisdom, this generation that we dealing with, them genes is already something, generation gen, but what this new generation, they don't act like they know nothing. But I want to travel. I want to see the world. They not in no hurry. Having kids at 40 and 50 because they ain't in no hurry. I don't want to be walking like this when I had my baby. I want to be able to run behind my baby. I want to say, I want to be able to, shut up with it. I want to be able to do it. Yeah, hold on, let me put my stuff in here. And enjoy the fruit of my labor. That's what I wanted to do. Yes, I don't even care about having grandkids now, honey. I can't even play T-sets with them. All I can do is tell them, come on, come sip some. I can't. What I miss about Christmas is Christmas of old. I miss when people would just have a Christmas party. And nobody was charging you nothing. Everybody got in for free. And they told you to bring your own bottle. You went together. You could meet a husband. Lord, next thing you know, you done met somebody right before the end of the year. They used to be blue light in the basement. And then they changed them to red and green lights. And we had parties, and we had a corner, and we be in a corner smooching. And your boyfriend was holding your hand, and you were waiting on a wedding ring. And you was waiting to see how far y'all relationship went. And you done went, honey, you done went down there to the mall. We had one called Cumberland Mall. And you went down there, you bought your man a outfit and his cologne, his smell good, and everything, and y'all knew late y'all was gonna exchange gifts, but not early in the morning, cause he had to have done with his family. And then you helped him pick his mama something from the both of y'all, and he got your mom and them something. And you didn't eat much because you was watching your figure. So I get down there and take a bite or two of stuff, and we stay. And then his mom say, "Oh, Tracy May." Now that ain't my name. That's what she called me. Tracy May, I sure hate to see you go. Y'all gonna come back later, but we had other plans for later. Honey, leave the light on. They don't even need the light on. And then we go to my mama's and we eat and everything. And people was asking my husband all kind of questions. And we was making goo-goo eyes. And he look across the room at me and he go like that. And people was asking him questions. My brother and them sizing them up. And now people don't ask nothing. People don't ask nothing. Your favorite cousin was coming in town. You know, the people that had been living in, I'm just going to say Detroit and Virginia and stuff, they was coming home. I miss it. Grandmama plate was fixed. She didn't move too much. You did not just have a grandmama back then. You had a great-grand. Because when I grew up, my mama married at 14. So you still got to know who your great-grandmother was and your great-pawpaw or granddaddy. So, you know, great-grand was even there. And they plait their hair and everything, sit there. All we gave them was nightgowns. They had enough. They could have been buried in them, honey. All we gave them was moo-moos and nightgowns. And Christmas didn't stop. When we got home that night, the grown folks would be tired. And us young girls, us teenagers, we'd be walking through our neighborhood. We go sit on the church steps. We couldn't wear our school clothes until we went back to school. But we was going to go skating on that Sunday. And you be begging your mama, just let me wear these jeans. Just let me wear the acid wash jeans and the acid wash jacket. Please, mama, let me wear it. And we were all going to meet up at the movies. It was always a good movie. Way down in the jungle deep, the sophisticated monkey, he stepped on the lion's feet. The lion said, "Monkey, can't you see? You stepping all on my feet." Y'all remember Rudy Ray? Oh my God. All them Rudy Ray movies, we had Cheech and Chong and we had a Bruce Lee. We had all the good. We had Bill Cosby and Sidney Poitier. Uptown Saturday Night. We had Richard Pryor. Honey, the movies always came out with a good one at Christmas time. And me and my siblings would go. And we didn't have much. But it seemed like the more money you get, the stingier you become. It seems like you go buy a house, can't nobody come over your house. Your house too good to have anything. I've been drinking ginger ale because y'all know my stomach. If I eat something, I get nauseous. So I have to take a Tums and I take a ginger ale. I remember we laid in the floor before Christmas and looked at the Sears and Roebuck's card, a catalog, and circled everything, knowing good and well we weren't gonna probably get nothing out that catalog book. Mama and them was going to the Family Dollar, Old Tasco, Kmart, wherever they could lay away. I miss it. I miss my daddy coming and waking up. My mama sending her biscuits, and my daddy coming up here starting breakfast. And knowing we weren't gonna eat, he started them grits. He said them real grits had to cook almost an hour, if not over an hour. I remember Us getting snow in Georgia. We used to wake up to white Christmases. Now, we got that Florida weather. Kmart was the place. I would take Kmart over Walmart. Yeah, the 10 cent, 10 and dime. I remember we got up there and took a picture with Santa Claus. And then they started telling us at the merry-go-round. Now the merry-go-round was a store in Cumberland Mall. Honey, it was like a black person store. They sold the black people stuff. They started bringing out them Eddie Murphy leather pants. Now my husband, sexy as he was, built like he was built, all them muscle cuts, I could never get him to put on nobody's leather pants, and especially not no tight leather pants. Nope, I couldn't. And I remember sitting at the counter waiting on them to pull my layaway at Kmart, eating them nachos with cheese. You know, Kmart had the best little hamburgers and french fries. Oh my God, make sure y'all hit that thumbs up, YouTube. I see more people on here and y'all not hitting it. Facebook, make sure y'all sprinkle me. That means to share. I remember Kmart had a whole counter. You go in there and get your hard candy. Go in there and get your ice cream dipped. Oh my God. And then don't forget the Woolworth. Oh my God, I love Woolworth. Because as soon as you walked in Woolworth in the summertime, they already had the hula hoops at the front door. They already had the floating tubes. Let me tell you something. The Woolworth was the top notch. Woolworth was the bomb.com. And my mama layawayed everything. We layawayed our Christmas outfits. We layawayed our back to school. We layawayed our 4th of July. Everything got laid away. Oh, no, I don't have paralysis of my stomach. It's just that I've always had a little digestive problem. I've shared that with y'all, and I take a Synthroid, levoporexin for my thyroid condition. So when you take as much medicine for my back that I take, you're going to have some issues. It's all right. You know, it's all right. Merry Christmas, y'all. I just have to tell y'all, it's not about what's under the tree. It's about the love. It's about pushing the door open and being glad to see somebody, and not just seeing them at a home going to funeral. I saw how full they had cars parked all the way in the holler. All the way. And some of y'all sent me some stuff. Some of y'all sent me some gifts. But I hadn't had a chance to open them. But I just wanted to come through here. It ain't, if you can save your money. Because if I told these Christians right now to stop what you're doing and take your money and put a donation to your church, y'all will be mad. These kids gonna make y'all real mad when they open them gifts up. And before 5 o'clock that day, they gonna be done miss some of their parts. Baby, they gonna be done lost some of the Monopoly parts. Candyland, the whole cardboard gonna look dirty. They gonna tell you they don't like that no more. I know Avery used to tell me, I don't like that, but you gonna wear it. You gonna wear it. Pick and pay or pay less shoes. Why pay more when you can pay less? Baby, that was the place to go. And shoe show. And then don't forget the beauty supply houses. Baby, you could go get your boots with the fur, apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. You could go right over there. I don't know nothing about no name brand stuff because our stuff was clean. Honey, we used to buy Gloria Vanderbilt. We used to buy Jordache. Levi's. And Levi's was the most expensive. So think on the old things. The Bible told you whatever things that was true. everything that was pure, everything that's just, everything that's honest. The Bible told you if it be any virtue, if it be any praise, think on those things. Let them people come back in your mind and get you a good laugh. I be laughing all the time. Trees know how my daddy would. I got videos, Kelby telling my daddy, what you coming over here for? Oh yeah, Kesslers and J.C. Penney. Yes. But I just remember how sometimes we would even find stuff all year, yard selling, wipe it up, wrap it up. And they never knew the difference. You want a Sega Genesis what? No, you just got a Sega Genesis. Somebody was selling theirs. And we got all the games that went with it. We watched movies. The next day, my mama said, we taking the tree down before the new year. We taking that tree down, getting it out the way. Mama said, ain't no man coming to her house. No woman coming in her house on New Year's to a man coming there. We start focusing on what we were going to cook. This Wednesday's Christmas. Next Wednesday, we will be in 2025. Mama be telling us, honey, get ready. And then we get to washing clothes, laying out our school clothes, what we were going to wear for the week. And I'm telling you, don't go borrowing on your income tax money. Teach them. Now, that's one thing I can say. I can truly say. This holiday that's pagan, it makes a lot of people depressed. And it makes a lot of people go in debt. Unnecessary debt. It does. Unnecessary debt. So don't take yourself through all those changes. And yes, that's all right. That's your business. It's your thing. You do what you want to do. If you want to buy your grandbaby, buy. But I'm talking for those that's struggling. I'm talking for those that's going to say, what's going to happen to me by the end of the month? I got to wait 2 weeks for my check come. I'm talking about those that is really, I done went and borrowed money at a signature pay here place. And I done went and borrowed a signature loan for all this stuff. I'm giving my kids false hopes of what I can do. Because I can come through for you, but I may not be able to come through all the time. If y'all feel me, look at my lip. I don't know if it's the steroid. Look. That's why I'm sitting back and ain't saying too much. Look. So, I'm trying to control it. I don't know. God. I was hoping it didn't start. Amen. But it's been doing this. So, yeah. So, anyway, you just have to see the thing I was trying to tell my insurance company. You telling me I gotta stay on all this medicine, but this medicine ain't good for you. It complicates stuff. It complicates stuff. It does. My lip is trembling. I'm gonna stay far enough so you don't see it do. See, I can do all that without doing anything because it's trembling, and I'm trying to control it as much as I can. I take gabapentin, methamphetamine, tizanidine, diclofenac, perks. I take a lot of stuff. A lot. But I want the honey to be in the moon. I just want to be able to lay in my husband's arms, and I just want us to think on the good things. Because one thing about it, can't nobody take, they can't take the memories. I love Lionel Richie. And he got a song say, thanks for the times that you've given me. The memories are more in my life. And if I had to live my life over again, there's something I must say out loud. Once, twice, three times a man, because I don't eat snatch. And I love you. I love you. If you do, that's your business, but I don't. I don't. Because what you say, I have to wash one, and it's not. It's not going to happen with me. I don't even eat behind the people. Well, let me pull yourself back together, Tracy. There you go, talking about that. Pull yourself back together. How about the star? I came that close to start talking about it. I like the way you. Yes, so that's what I want. Time well spent. Yeah. Time reminiscing, talking to each other. They won't give me my medicine to get off of some of this stuff. All I need is that thing in my back. Hey, YouTube, Merry Christmas. I love y'all. And it's getting a little cool. I'm going to set my oven and put on some little cookies. I love that song. You know the song I like? It's two. One of them is, oh, holy night. The stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. That's my favorite song. And then the other one is Karen Clark Shears. The heavens are telling of God in His glory. What a mighty God we serve. It speaks of His character, awesome creator. What a mighty God we serve. Oh, angels bow before Him. Heaven and earth adore Him. That's one of mine, And I love when she say, oh, the earth and sky, glory. The land and God's glory. The flowers and the trees, oh, you and me. Everything He does it well. Hey, Ganelle. And please keep Mother Joyce Anderson Journey in your prayers. She lost her husband, Renee Lester, that was on our page. She passed away. Please keep my cousin Darlene in your prayers. We laid her husband down to rest yesterday. And so many more people that I do not know. But when I be listening to some songs, like the heavens are telling of God and His glory, this world is speaking to us. Can I leave y'all with this? My cousin preached his brother-in-law's funeral yesterday. My cousin Pokey is what we call him. His name is William. Don't ask me why they called him Pokey. He was Pokey when I was born. He's a lot older than me. And he said, here's your problem. A lot of y'all going around telling people y'all came from the dirt. He said, you ain't came from dirt. You came from dust. So you can drop it from dirt to dust. He said, you came from dust. He said, there's a difference. He said, dust can get up and move and you can shovel it. But dust, you turn around messing around with dust, it's going to spread everywhere. He said, can you see how fragile we was, that He took His time and formed us in His image and after His likeness, and we weren't nothing but particles of dust. Until He said, baby, it's something about it. When people start getting on your nerves, when trials come, when things start looking bad, just go. Because we was just like this. He said we were just like the corpse that was laying there. There was no movement. There was no activity. There was nothing. Nothing. Until He breathed in our nostrils. And then we became a little living soul. Your cars, your homes, the things you worry about, becoming, everybody ain't gonna be rich. He promised you something better on the other side. I ain't gonna stress myself out. I ain't gonna worry. You got it. I'm happy. You live in a mansion, good. You drive a Maybach, good. Happy Merry Christmas, Kiara. I love you, baby. I hope you coming up. We was nothing. And you think about it, you turn off your light, you mess around and stir up some dust. Dust is worse than dirt. Dust to get all up in your nostril. Honey, that's what we had in 2020. A bunch of floating particles that we couldn't see, like dust. Messed around and went through our nose, our sinus cavity, and ended up sitting on our lungs. Couldn't even see it, honey. It was black. I was talking like this, and I had did them drop biscuits, and I was telling y'all, thank y'all for watching Mama's Comfort Cooking, because I didn't know I was nasal. If he said ain't no rock gonna cry out, you know us little dust particles don't hold no power. Oh, the earth and sky. Merry Christmas, Damaris Miles. I saw you want to come up, but Facebook messed me up, throw my page off when I let somebody come up. Dust. You ain't even there. He said he formed you from the dust of the ground. The dust of it. Then he breathed in your nostril and you became a living soul. And the very thing he breathed in you. And I noticed when my daddy died, he said, painful. And my cousin said when her husband hit that ground at the gas pump, he said, oh, I believe that's how it go. I believe people feel pain going out of him. Like a woman carrying a baby, pushing, travailing. We feel all that pain. The problem that we have with death, we don't welcome it because can't nobody come and tell us what it's like on the other side. Can't nobody tell us. It's a mystery. Nobody can come back and have a conversation with you. But he let us know. Don't pump yourself up. Don't think you better than nobody. You just dust. You ain't even dirt. You dust. You have accumulated so many sins in this body because that's what dust does. Dust stay still until somebody mess with it or wind blow, and it starts spreading everywhere. It get on everything. You mess around and dust with a rag, and you forget you dusted and it was real heavy. You know, behind the refrigerator or whatever, you deep cleaning. You mess around and wipe anything with that towel that you touch that dust with, and you might as well say you finna start all over cleaning again. Nobody is better than you. So I just want you to know it's okay. And perhaps we need to get ourselves together. Perhaps we need to realize that we do give money to people that don't even care. We give money to people that don't even support us, that support things that we do not believe in. And yet we give them money. And we don't want to get together, assemble ourselves together. You know, not only forsake the assemblance amongst the saints. If we're all Christians, we all should be able to assemble ourselves. I should be able to come over your house like you come over my house. If you want shoes off at your house, then respect mine. Take your shoes off. Practice what you preach. If you ain't going to cook, help clean up. I believe, without a shadow of a doubt, what I saw yesterday, when they were parking everywhere and there was nowhere to park, and how his death brought all my cousins out of Atlanta everywhere, I just believe. Like that song say, somewhere out there, I believe the church is going to get back full again. I believe things will get better before they get worse, because he's going to give us an opportunity to gird up the loins of our mind and move accordingly. I believe. It starts with a belief. Nobody can tell you that you're not saved. Now, you may not have the Holy Ghost because it won't dwell in nothing unclean. But by faith through grace, you saved. And I believe if we put aside the things that people that got money for us to go into their stores, that's why they play elevator music. If we lay aside those things that so easily beset us, make us stressed out, make us want to give up, make us cry, if we let that stuff go, and if we focus on things above, set your affections on things above, we'll make it. I believe love can come back into the equation because it covers a multitude of faults. It's something else that the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. If I took something from you, you could come after me. But when God say it's time, who gonna stop him, boo? Who gonna check him? When God say no, time's up. I'm not extending it like Hezekiah. Time is up because it's built on swift transitions. I don't care who made it. I don't care who famous and who got money. You dust. From dust to dirt. You was formed in the dust and they're going to put you back in the dirt. Let me tell you this last thing before I go, because you got to understand, we come from the earth. The earth got magnesium in them. We do too. The earth got carbon monoxide in it. We do too. The earth got iron in it. My hemoglobin is iron. We do too. Whatever we come out of, that's who we are. And when you mess around and things start getting out of line in the earth starts shifting, we start losing too much of something. It's the same way our body. Things start messing up. Blood pressure start going up. Iron get off. Our pancreas won't process our food. We got to go on dialysis and depend on the next thing you know. It's just like the earth when it gives in. When it just becomes soft and now we're on sinking water. Or when things are going wrong, you got to have sharks. When things start going wrong in the ocean. And then you got a typhoon. When the fault in the earthquake decides, today we're going to tremble. I'm going to make some stuff move. We're going to shake and bake. All I'm saying is, I'm going to tell y'all this, and this is my birthday present to you. I love you. Yes, I do. And if tomorrow never comes, don't doubt my love. One thing I hate about Facebook, God let me see how evil people really was. And he's also letting me see how some people that picked at me are reaping just what they are sowed. That thing that they sowed. I'm not rejoicing in it. People call you names, holy rollers, you teach Bible study, and now they try. I'm saying, I got to see why we don't have it together. I got to experience why things are not happening. I got to see a house divided that wouldn't stand. I got to see the people that was in bondage, that was in captivity. And let me tell you one more thing. Quit thinking you're supposed to have immediate rescue. It took 15 to 20 years for Samson to grow up. So that meant God went and let somebody have a baby because that's what they wanted. Manoah's wife. She had a baby. But she had to raise it up under the law, Numbers, the Mosaic law. Samson, so he could free the children of Israel. So sometimes what you want don't come expeditiously, but just know he's working in the plans. He know the plans he have towards you. I sat here and I thought about it. My husband preached this Sunday. He was like, basically, no other gift could do what the main gift did. You had so many people. You had Moses. You had all these people before Jesus came. We had all these people. David, Moses, Judah, Reuben, Nebuchadnezzar. You had all these different folks. But they didn't have the ability to pay the price. They couldn't handle the weight of the world. The greatest gift was on its way. It just took some decades to get him. He came. He stayed 33 years. He did what he did. I don't care when his birthday is. I don't care if it's in the summertime. I don't care if it's in the late fall or the spring. All I know is that unto us a child was born. A son was given. God messed up Mary's day to save our lives. Honey, Mary had a man. Your man ain't touched you, and you finna come and tell them you a child? Mary, did you know that no, she didn't. Mary didn't know nothing. Mary trying to keep Joseph the carpenter. She ain't got no clue. But God said, Mary, I gotta mess up your day to save your future. And I'm telling you that right now. Cry today. Cry tomorrow. It'll be over. Go to bed. When you wake up, it'll be tomorrow. Don't call, borrow no money from nobody. You know you can't pay them back. Tomorrow be him. Just go to bed. Close your eyes. Pull the covers up and go to sleep. It ain't your birthday anyway. And it ain't about the presents under the tree. It's, you got it, you got it. I'm not judging you because I got a tree up too. Ain't nobody ever came to my house. Not a white Santa or a black Santa came down that chimney. Ain't nobody coming to your house uninvited. And Smith and Wesson don't see them. Folks can't wait to take down their blow-ups. Man, this a house around the corner got every blow-up. That's probably why I didn't get to buy no more. Come Sunday, all y'all gonna be talking about, leave me alone all day Saturday, I'm gonna sleep. Come Sunday, y'all ain't gonna get up, come to church. Y'all gonna lay in their bed because you gotta hit it Monday. Ask yourself, do I want to run my card up to pay for it all year long? Then come Wednesday. I love the way you regulate your hips and make your back shake. You be right back. But by the 8th or the 10th of the month, and then American Express come out, you be like, oh, some of this stuff going back. Peanut, you done talked back 3 times. Wrap that game system up. I'm taking it back. Y'all know Peanut. Wrap that gift up. Say it one. Didn't I tell you an hour ago to fill my water cup up? I'm taking it back. I'm taking it back, that doll. That dog cost me $79.77. But I like the baby so real. Well, it ain't real. And the Lord told me, if I let you play with that baby and you think it's real, you're going to bring one in here. Let me tell you something, Caramel Latte. You is 10, going to be 13 in 3 years. I'm not playing this game. I'm not finna be no early grandmama. I'm not doing it. I'm just 36. We're going to take some stuff. We're going to be in them lines. Y'all can say, don't nobody worry. I tell everybody, just chill. Valentine's stuff is already out. Spring clothes gonna be out. Go Christmas shop. Wait on it. They're gonna have 70 and 80% back. Baby, I'm taking back my skirt and my shirt I wore Sunday, and I was cute. I'm taking it back. I wore it with every price tag in it because it's gonna be on sale. And I'm gonna step up in there mid January before Martin Luther King, before they swear in the president. And I'm gonna look at it and I'm gonna be like, what? This is 70% off? Buy it again. And guess what? I went down a size in it because I had to put it in over my head so it'll fit it because I got a small waist. When I go back, the right size gonna be there. Watch and see. Watch and see. Don't worry. If we could take back our meat. Oh, let me show y'all the potatoes. If we could take back the meat, they'd have the meat. Let me show the potatoes I got. They'd have the meat. Let me make this baby some juice. Hold on, y'all. Let me get some. Let me show you how big these potatoes is. Yes, sir. I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm doing this for 2 days because these potatoes is so big. One potato can feed 2 people. Some of them even bigger than this. Baby, these potatoes is huge. Do y'all see these potatoes? Do y'all see my head? Because you know I got a small head. I look like I got that little syndrome called the tiny head syndrome. Why? Don't buy me no bunch of scarves. I bought me a pretty scarf. I hope don't nobody think it's a sweater because I ain't got a strong neckline. Because my neckline ain't all that. So this can feed 2 people. Okay? So I'm cooking 5 of these. And I'm going to cut them in half. And I'm going to work on each side. So I'm going to take 5 potatoes and turn them into 10. And I'm going to stuff them. Right? And it's going to be stuffed with sour cream, Velveeta cheese, and cheddar cheese, butter, salt, and pepper. Okay? A little parsley flakes on the top. That's it. Because you can complicate it when you get home. If you want to add some shrimp, if you want to add whatever you want to add, your steak on top, that's your thing. But I'm going to cut these things one time so I have 10. You see what I'm saying? Because they're so big. Okay. And so what I'm going to do is I went to the store and I bought some cookies. We taking stuff back. We are notorious. Them kids be like, Mama, I can't find it. You be like, especially the mamas, you know, that's God ain't through working on you. You be like, don't ever ask me to buy you nothing else. You done messed around and lost them Timberland boots. Who I was over him? You took them Timberland boots back. You took them bear traps back. You got to thinking how your light bill was because the kids was home. And somebody selling the yams. By the way, I love yams. Hint, you can just place the order at Walmart or Publix, and you take care of it. And the time I'm pick up, then I can take care of you. I love the way you regulate your hips and put your butt, you know. And I want Eddie to rub my back where I say it so. I want to look at Eddie. His birthday is coming up, and I want to say, you can rub me up and down till I say stop. You can do all the things you want to, cause tonight Eddie, after Jesus' birthday, I want to get freaky with you. Because, you know, even after Jesus was born, Mary went on and had more children. Y'all know she did. And she had more children. So that means I just want him to crack my back. You know, crackling is good in cornbread. But I'm going to tell y'all what I'm going to do. Because I know y'all sick of me. And I know I've been on here long enough. So I'm going to take some balt. I have to leave milk out. And Eddie going to eat them. It's time for a good old movie. Calm down. So my granny told me. I'm gonna offer myself to him. And I don't care what none of y'all say. Y'all mess around and get old. I can walk. Who can't walk, girl? Girl, let me show this lady. See, I hate when people don't know what God done for you. I'm gonna go on to tell you what Tupac said. And I done lost some weight too. You know what I'm saying? I lost some. Regulate. And I get one more perk tonight, so don't worry about all that. The commercial tonight is brought to you by cookiesdough.com. Yes, because I'm going to open up these and I'm going to put them in this here. Baby, you ain't been watching. I know sometimes y'all miss me. But God is healing me. He not through. Bridget, I be having fun at my party. I told my niece Raven, she had her birthday yesterday, my brother Derek, and my brother Shauna, and today is my sister-in-law Johnny Mae's birthday. Did you see that? And so you can take these and do them. I'm going to put these together. And most of the time, I will go in here sometimes and add extra chocolate chips. Because why? Because you can. Take my hands and rub them together. And I'm going to pick up this cookie dough. And I'm going to put this cookie dough together. And I'm going to make some cookies. She sleep. I'm going to leave out some milk. Eddie going to eat some of them. And she happy. You know, her mind, she don't have the mind of older kids. And that's our business. Right? She still believes in flying elves. And she still believes in Santa. And I wish I would have kept believing. Because my mama cut our wish list down to a thought. Y'all hear what I'm saying? My mama took our wish list and turned it into a thought. Oh, you don't believe? Oh, I'm glad you don't. I'm glad you don't, because I'm finna cut half of this down. You gonna think about what you said. You gonna think about that seed you brought home. You gonna think, my mama just be going back down. My mama be holding grudges at Christmas. Today, your granddaughter, my cousin Jaylyn is on here. She said her granddaughter's birthday. What's her name, Jaylyn? Today is a special day. It is a day that everything will go your way. Today is the day that you were born. It's your birthday, cousin. You got it going on. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. What did they do for you on your birthday? Go out to eat today on your birthday. Do what you want to do. It's your birthday. I just came to say happy birthday. So I'm making these big. You know how we are. And so I took and turned them into 6-bit cookies. Mia, happy birthday, Mia. My cousin Mia Richards. Today Johnny Mae's birthday too. I hope you had a good one, Mia. And so I'm going to take these and I'm going to put them in the oven. And I'm going to set up everything. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to get up, poke some holes in my potatoes. I'm going to make a broccoli casserole. I'm going to make some 5-cheese garlic bread. And I'm going to put on some green beans. I don't have to do all that tonight. Tomorrow is my mother's birthday. Glenda, is it? Happy early birthday, whether she's here with us or she's on the 21, girl. When I was 21. At 17, I fell in love. High school sweetheart, love was brand new. At 21, we took the vows of man and wife. Forever for life. Honey, I've been with Eddie since I was 21 years old. Well, before that, huh? Yeah, I'm breaking me in early. I remember when he came my way. Hold on, y'all. Let me wash my hands. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to take my last set of medicine. I'm going to take me a nice bath after the cookies are done. And I have to pour a little milk for Eddie to drink the milk. And when he drinks the milk, then she'll be happy. So it won't be but a tiny bit. Because he don't want no milk on his stomach this late. Commercial. We're going to do just 2 more out of this pack. All right? So we made them kind of big. And we're finna put them in the oven. Spread them out. Give them enough room. I might just... I promised I would do some chocolate ones. All right? All mine split. Oh, did y'all have a good time? Did y'all enjoy me? I missed y'all. I've been missing y'all. You know, Tracy Coleman, Jean P. Conley, Mother Joyce Anderson, my cousin Jaylene, all you all that come through on a regular basis, Mother Deborah Dunbar, Janice Martin, Tiffany Townsend, Deacon Calvin, Minister Willie, which is Catering My Way with Willie J, the pre-show, Good Eats, Sweet Treats, that's Danielle and Tiffany Carter, in that order, Mom and Pop Carter, Sweet Creations by Melinda, Hut and Money, Kelby, Creatively K Melody, Son, Marvin Music, and to each and every one of you all, Merry Christmas. Bells will be ringing. And what do the lonely do for Christmas? I'm going to tell you what they do. The lonely just sit back, relax, and think on the good days. Don't worry. Can't nobody take your memory away. So think on the good days and you won't feel alone. Rejoice in your memory. Thank God that Earl picked you. Thank God that you had a good husband that brought home the bacon and stirred it up in a pan. Thank God that he was your lover and you was his lover, his lady, and his friend. Thank God that she was a wife that you brought home to see your mama and she had your kids. You can start life over. Life is for those that's living. Dust gonna do what dust gonna do, from dusk to dawn. But at the end of the day, honey, I wish you all a Merry Christmas. Now, I can't say it. My goal is to come back tomorrow. But Lord willing, in the creek don't rise, as they say. But just in case I don't. And just in case you're so busy, replay of viewers tonight. Merry Christmas. And for you all that don't believe the way I do. For you all with Hanukkah, and for you all that are Muslims, and for you all that are Hebrew Israelites, and for you all that believe different and everything like that, you know, I want to tell you this. Have a great day. I love you. When we'll know which one is right when we get there. But we got to wait. And he ain't going to crown nobody till we get there. So whatever you believe, and whatever gets you out the bed every day, I still love you. One thing for certain, you can hate me and go to hell with it in your heart. How you feel about me, I ain't got nothing to do with it. I can only worry about how I feel about you. And thank you for down through the years, from 2020 to 2024. This month is my anniversary that I came and went viral. I ran into y'all faces, y'all names. Ruthie Moore, honey, we're going to get you a main next year. Mother Monica Burney, I love y'all. Y'all seen me go through back surgery. Y'all seen me go through COVID. Y'all seen my husband go through cancer. Y'all seen and been there. Y'all been family to me. Down through the years, the Lord has been good to me. You have been there. You sacrificed. You came to the reunion. We lost some people, you know, along the way. Yeah, we lost my Ron Ross. We lost Trina Mack. We lost Big Mo. We've lost Renee Lust. We've lost some people on this journey. Mother Joyce lost her husband. We lost friends. We've lost cousins, co-workers. But we still here by the grace of God. And if our eyes should open tomorrow, and our number is not called. Have the best day and enjoy your life. Enjoy your family and enjoy your food. I'm going to see you later, YouTube. Merry Christmas.